Hello, my name's Jessica Mott and I'm going to be discussing the life cycle of Trichinella with Brian, a zoo micro student with an interest in Trichinella. What is the next stage of the life cycle after the cyst has been ingested?
Once the cyst reaches the stomach, the gastric acid and pepsin breaks down the outside layer to release the larvae of the Trichinella worm, which proceeds to invade the small bowel mucosa.
How long does the worm spend in the bowel?
It spends about 4 weeks. Females can reach around 2.2 millimeters, while males only grow to 1.2 millimeters. Females can release larvae around after a week. The larvae can then migrate to striated mussels where they encyst.
Do all species of Trichinella encyst?
Not all. Pseudospirolysis does not.
What is striated mussel?
It's muscle tissue in which the contractile fibrils in the cells are aligned in parallel bundles. Using a microscope to look at the muscle would show the different regions forming stripes.
How long do the larvae encyst for?
Normally it's completed in around 4 to 5 weeks, and they can remain viable for several years. Ingestion of the encysted larvae continues the cycle.
What allows Trichinella to maintain its infectious rate?
Rodents are primarily responsible, but carnivorous and omnivorous animals such as pigs and bears need to be taken into account too. If they feed on infected rodents or meat of other animals, different animal hosts are implicated in the life cycle of different Trichinella species. Humans are accidental hosts.
Why is the overall number of cases reported each year decreased?
It's generally down to improvement in pig rearing in the pork industry, commercial and home freezing, as well as increase in public awareness of the risks associated with eating raw and uncooked meat products.
Are there any food treatment processes that don't kill Trichinella?
Yeah, so curing, drying, smoking and microwaving does not effectively kill the worms. Homemade jerky has been the cause of recent reported Trichinella cases in the USA. Freezing wild game meats may also not effectively kill all the worms, as some Trichinella species are freeze resistant. What
risks are associated with catching trichinosis?
Eating raw or uncooked meat is the main cause. Risk of infection is highest when eating bear, pork, foxes, dog or horses. To lower the risk of Trichinella infection in animal populations, do not allow animals to eat uncooked meat, table scraps or carcasses of any animals, especially if they've been infected with Trichinella.
What else can be done to prevent Trichinella infections?
Washing your hands with warm water and soap after handling raw meat, cleaning meat grinders thoroughly, freezing pork that is less than 6 inches thick for 20 days at minus 15 degrees will kill any worms present in the meat.
How is trichinosis treated?
There are several drugs available, the most common being albendazole.
What affects the symptoms range?
So symptoms may range from very mild to severe and relate to the number of infectious worms consumed in the meat. Many mild cases of Trichinella are never specifically diagnosed because they are assumed to be the flu or other common illnesses. Furthermore, many people with Trichinella infection do not experience any symptoms at all.
What can happen with heavy infections?
If the infection is heavy, a person may have trouble coordinating movement, have heart and breathing problems, and in rare cases may actually die. For mild to moderate infections, most symptoms go away within a few months.
Are there any other factors that affect the severity of the disease?
Yeah, other factors are related to the host characteristics such as age or immunological priming as a result of previous Trichinella infection. It has also been suggested that certain Trichinella species are more likely to cause severe disease than others, although the pathogenicity is difficult to determine without quantifying the infectious dose.
I hope you've learnt some interesting facts about the worm Trichinella. Today we spoke about the life cycle, prevalence and symptoms of trichinosis, as well as the severity of the disease. It is evident that Trichinella infections are declining due to public awareness of the risk of eating undercooked or raw meat, as well as no animal byproducts being fed to animals for human consumption. Another key point to mention is to maintain food hygiene standards while handling raw meat. Thank you for listening.